And what's cracking, you guys? My name is Krisha, and welcome to this analysis on Solana. I do believe that the altcoins are looking spectacular. There are some that are bouncing like 50% in my face. Tries. Anywho, I will be publishing any of the altcoin trade setups I see on the Mango dashboard section here under the premium video section. So make sure you guys are checking it out. In fact, just, today Sean is going to be posting a new premium video. This one is going to be on one of his grand trade ideas that he's seeing on the macro landscape, because as many of you guys know, Sean has an amazing understanding of what's happening in the macro world. He's also an amazing technical analyst, and he likes bringing both the pictures in together to give you guys these big trade ideas. In fact, don't forget, it was Sean who actually called when Bitcoin was sitting at 16.9K. Sean had not only called that 25K visit of price action, but also the 42K target top of the cloud. And how did that pan out? Well, let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, not only did price get up to 25K as first stop, but it also got all the way up to 42K top of the cloud. All right, so once again, he is going to be giving you guys another one of his, his grand ideas. So definitely one to watch out for. Of course, we will be updating you guys as soon as it's out. Now, I wanted to talk about Solana today because, well, check out the trend on the dashboard. That's what really caught my eye on Sol. Now, I already have a trend trade that's riding on Solana, but now the main question for me is, do I want to add to this position? And I think this might be giving us the opportunity soon, right? Now, I'm currently on the daily time frame. Let's get into the drop down. Also notice Solana is third on the list, telling me that, hey, trading volume is still up there for Sol. But not just that, check out what the trends are doing. Now, the 4-day trend and the weekly trend is still long. So this is still bullish. And guys, it has remained bullish for the past 92 days. All right, it never flipped. Even after all the pullbacks that we saw across the board, Solana's macro trend stayed intact. All right. In fact, I feel like from all of the altcoins out there, Solana's pullback was not as intense as the rest of them. It didn't really give people much of an opportunity to buy the pullback so far. But anywho, these weekly trends, the 4-day trend is still very much long. But now what's really caught my eye was that yesterday I was actually looking at Solana because I had an alert set on the 12-hour time frame. But here's the thing. Yesterday, it was only the 4-hour that was long. The 12-hour all the way to the 2-day time frame was all neutral. So that it basically told me that, hey, the bulls had not picked up enough momentum to get on over to the 12-hour time frame or the daily time frame or the 2-day time frame. I'm like, okay. I mean, the 4-hour turning long is good news, but I still want to see a bit more oomph from the bulls. And for me to figure out if the bulls want to start picking up a bit of speed here, I particularly want to see the 12-hour time frame flip long and the daily time frame flip long, right? So I got alerted yesterday while I was outside saying that, hey, check out Sol. The trend has now flipped long. I'm like, oh, something's happening here. Oh, the bulls are picking up momentum. So yeah, the 12-hour just flipped long. Okay, you can see that we're seeing continuation on this. You're up by a good 3%. But not just that, guys. Check out the volatility on Solana. 36, 52, 50, 39. It's super healthy, telling me if the bulls want to take this up a bit more, they have a lot more juice left in them to take this baby up further. All right, so there is potential for continuation on Solana's chart. Now, the next thing that I want to see here is for this daily trend to flip long. All right, so you can see that I already have an alert set on Solana. So as soon as the daily trend also flips long, I will be alerted via email just in case I'm at the gym or I'm out at dinner or something. All right, so this is currently neutral. I think that as soon as this flips long, Sol is likely gonna start seeing continuation to the upside. So we know that, okay, there's potential for continuation. The bulls have a lot more juice left in them just based on the volatility profile. But question is, where's the bid opportunity at? Well, for that, let's get into the chart. Okay, so now this is SOL USD on the monthly time frame. And guys, eyes on the monthly. We're like 4 or 5 days away from the monthly close. Okay, this is the monthly picture across the board, not just on Solana, but on Bitcoin, on any of the other altcoins that you're looking at. That's going to give you a better tell in what that asset is going to do getting into the month of Feb. So now the most important region that I had identified in the last Solana update came in at around $81.22. This horizontal, white horizontal line you're seeing price currently sitting on. And why was that important? Because I had identified that as a key inflection point during Solana's bear market breakdown right here. That was a key inflection point. All right. And I thought it was very interesting that the Solana bulls managed to not only get up there, but reclaim that region with just like it was nothing, right? That told me that whoever was holding on to SOL throughout this entire downturn, they all sold. They all panicked out of their positions to a point where none of them were left when price did come back up here once again. The only force that was there, the dominant force, were the buyers. And they managed to push price up and reclaim that region of resistance, now turned into support. Notice how this candle of Jan is holding it as support. All right, but now question is, where is the bid opportunity? Because we know that, okay, this is likely going to start seeing continuation, not much of a pullback here. The bulls are picking up momentum on the lower time frames, but where? What can we look for next? Well, for that, I want to take you on over to the daily time frame. And I want to go ahead and put on one of our cornerstone indicators, which is the Mango dynamic indicator. It's been keeping us on the right side of many of the trends out there. Right, now check out Solana's daily uptrend. Guys, the daily uptrend, it's been trending on that mango dynamic support right there. Ever since it started its uptrend right here, this was 29th of September, 2023. Ever since we took it out, we've been holding it as support every visit of the dynamic support. This is where the buyer stepped in, buyer stepped in, buyer stepped in, buyer stepped in. Right? This was the first time it told you that, hey, something different has happened. Now's the time where you can wait for a deeper pullback on Solana. All right, look for those good bid opportunities, bids that are going to be super easy to manage. Where was the next amazing bid opportunity coming in at? Well, monthly levels, guys, $81.22, right? It's going to be super easy to manage a trade off of it. Now, even notice this run right here, right? This minor run. Now, this is where I caught my position. During this entire consolidation, this was the bear market consolidation, I had actually stacked my Solana. I have a video on the main YouTube channel essentially stacking my position. I bought some right here, and I placed another bid right here. Now, I placed the exact mirror position of my trend trade on the Phoenix exchange as a tutorial. But yeah, my bigger trade I had built on these two levels. So one was right here and one was right here, and I was rewarded for it. I'm like, okay, you know what? This trend is about to begin. And as soon as it started, guys, it started trending on the dynamic indicator. But even throughout this entire short run up right here, notice once again, it was dynamic support that was holding it. It was only when we broke it that Solana actually came all the way back down to test the bottom of that beautiful ascending triangle-like formation, right? Now, once again, where are we? We broke dynamic support, visited $81.22, key region of support underneath us, and we're back up at that dynamic resistance. Okay, so now the major bid opportunity here for everyone to be capitalizing on was $81.22. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, because think of how easy it would be to manage that trade. As soon as Solana, I keep saying Cardano, as soon as Solana breaks $81.22 to the downside, you know that you have been invalidated on that trade so freaking fast. Right? You get to get out knowing that you're wrong, and you get to get out, more importantly, with a minimal loss. That way you could have positioned for a much lower bid on Solana. All right. Now, what's happened is that, okay, we've bounced, but now what the trend profile is telling us, let's get into trend profile. It's healthy. With long trends, we could very well start seeing continuation on SOL, but is this the time? Would you place the bid right here or no? Because right now what this is dynamic resistance. So now I want to see three things, okay, for the next trade setup to be given to me. All right, and here are the three things. Let's go ahead and bring it up. Okay. I want to see price being greater than this daily dynamic level. For those of you who want to take note of the dynamic levels, if you don't have access to the indicator, please go ahead and take note of them. I will also be annotating the levels on my screen. It's a range, okay? It goes in from $95.77 down to $93.60. Let's go ahead and put in a red box territory right there. Of course, if you guys want access to the dynamic indicator, you don't want to wait on me to give you guys the levels. You can find it on the mango.com/dynamic. Okay, that's where you can sign up for it at. Now, so I want to see price living over dynamic resistance. Okay, so I want to see candle closes on the daily time frame. Now, as far as the bid opportunity is going to be concerned, that easy to manage bid is going to be as soon as we tick off price living over dynamic, I would look for a retest on dynamic support. So I would look for a retest on this range as the next easy bid to manage on SOL's chart. Okay, because if it breaks, I know that, hey, this trend is over. We're likely going to start using this as overhead resistance. I can gun for another lower bid on Solana. Okay, at which point I will not be surprised if we get another revisit of $81.22. All right, that's essentially what I'm going to be looking for. But as far as the next bid opportunity is concerned, as soon as price takes out the dynamic resistance, I'm going to be looking for the dynamic as the next bid opportunity. But that's only part one. What's part two for continuation? Now that's going to be that easy bid to manage, right? Part two for continuation is this. I want to see the dynamic turn green, and I want to see the dynamic slope turn positive. So when do we get those two criteria going off? As soon as Solana takes out this region right here. You can see that this was one of the major inflection points throughout this entire breakdown here on the daily time frame. As soon as SOL actually broke this region here at around $101.82, okay, that's when we actually saw continuation to the downside. That's when price actually broke that dynamic support that it had been holding ever since it started its uptrend. Okay, and not just that, that was the impetus to us actually getting down to $81.22, which is that monthly level. All right, so I want to start seeing SOL actually reclaim $101.82, and not just reclaim, I want to see consistent candle closes over that region. But more importantly, guys, think of this entire picture, okay? Even if we do start breaking the red box territory, we are actually going to be triggering even a bullish pattern right here. This is a falling wedge, the measurement to which will take us all the way up to $128.33 for Solana. All right, that is going to be that next continuation run for SOL, but the bid opportunity, I believe, is going to be given to us on that dynamic support. It's just going to be super, super easy to manage. All right, so this is what you guys ought to be looking out for. This is the three criteria that I'm going to be gunning for in order for me to, well, anticipate that next move on Solana. Also, of course, Mango dashboard, we want to see that daily trend flip long. Make sure you're using your alerts to your advantage. Now, guys, before I wrap up this segment, I want to let you guys know that Module 6 of the Mango Sprouts program is officially out. This one is on capitalizing on trends. Guys, I created the Sprouts program so that you do not need me or anyone else to identify amazing trade setups for you. Okay, you don't have to rely on anyone. You're going to know exactly what trades are worth looking at, when to get into those trades, when to get out, when is it time to be taking your profits off the table, and more importantly, when is it time to be cutting your losses. This is going to give you a lot of autonomy. This is going to give you, and it's going to feel very liberating, okay, to just know how to trade this without needing anyone else by your side. Now, Module 6 is on capitalizing on trends. The very next one, I cannot wait, is going to be on pattern trading. The way I'm going to be releasing it is going to be a drip, okay? So essentially, I'm going to be releasing one pattern at a time. That way you guys always have something to chew on. Now, the early bird sale of $2.99 is still on, but only for a limited time. As soon as there's more content being, well, pushed into the course, the price of the program will be going up. All right, so yeah, you can take advantage of it while the early bird sale lasts. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed today's analysis. If you did, smash the like, and I will now see you in the next update with this. Trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.